Hey guys, welcome to another beautiful episode of Leadership Podcast with me, Stephen Akintayo. And today we have an amazing guest in the studio. You all know him as online banker, you know. But today we're going to hear his full name and some form of introduction. So let's get to meet you.
So my name is Stanley Honora, popularly known as the online banker, and it's good to be here with my coach.
Why online banker? Because that
Online
name,
banker.
yes. Are you
So-
helping us to bank online or what?
So funny story how this came about.
Yeah.
I was working then in the Funk Diamond Bank
Okay.
as one of the relationship officers,
Okay.
and I was reading a book by Akinlabi. That
great
period I
guy.
was reading a book by
Great
Akinlabi. Then when he just released the book.
Yeah.
And he was talking about Naira bets, how he came up with the idea. And that last part, he said, if you want to start up something, even if you are not even if a lot of people come around much later to do that thing, if you have the first mover advantage,
Yes.
you always be referenced as someone who. So I'm like, oh, I've been trying to start up a business. Before then, I tried a couple of businesses while still in banking.
Okay.
It didn't work out so well because, the banking industry in Nigeria is restrictive with time. As at that time, we used to close like 9 p.m. Unlike now that
Now
you can close like 5,
chop
6.
life.
Yeah. 9, 6. So I was like, okay, what will I do? What is... Then, as at that time, our greatest drive in the bank was mobile apps.
Okay.
So the then CEO was pushing
it
for.
a
He was
lot?
saying
Where
no.
am I
It was old Diamond app.
Wow.
I think that's one of the things.
Okay,
that
Diamond Bank.
Diamond Bank. Yes, that was
Yeah,
the thing that they were pioneers
they
in the
were
mobile
pioneer,
app.
Yes, they were.
Kudos to Uzoma if you
Yeah.
can watch this. Kudos to you. He saw the future,
Yes.
but there was just a time and chance thing that did not happen for him. He was bullish on the fact that the future of banking was going to be on mobile.
Wow.
So he put all our sales targets, everyone was against him. That why is he selling mobile apps so much? That mobile apps is not, that there are so many other core, he was no mobile app, mobile. I felt like he should have been able to balance the two now,
Yeah.
looking back in retrospect.
Yeah.
But he should have kept on with that. So I was like, okay, everybody's online. And then if they say the future is going to be online, then, well, there should be like a banker that tries to explain things to everyone. You don't need to come to the branch. You can just sit in your house and get the information that you would need about banking in your home. And that should be like a service. So I went across all social media. I went across every platform looking for the name online banker. And voila, it was available. And that was just how I started. Then I started trying to do enlightenment. I went to Nollywood. As at that time, I was shuttling between Anambra, Asaba, and Enugu. So there's this Nollywood industry. There's something called, there are different sects of Nollywood in Nigeria. There's one they call the Lagos Nollywood. There's one they call the Asaba Nollywood, and then the Kannywood in Kano. All of them still under the whole Nollywood. So those guys that do the home videos, the local ones, not as polished as the Lagos. So I was trying to use them as the bedrock of what I was trying to do at that time, to share the banking knowledge. It didn't really kick off because maybe I didn't know, because I think the production style was cumbersome. I had to get actors. I could only travel weekends because I was working
Yes.
Monday
the
to
full-time
Friday,
job.
full-time job. And along came social media, the TikToks and the Instagrams, and everything changed from there. So the idea for online banker was, there is supposed to be somebody online giving people the information that they need.
Okay.
So 1 to 1 million as opposed to 1 to 1 that the banks had. So that was my idea.
Okay. Now it makes sense because, when you look at the online banker, but understanding that you used to be a banker, I think it kind of helped to understand that. I love, by the way, I love your content. I so love it.
Namaste.
I think we need more positive contents like that. We need more people who can just give. In recent time, I've also pivoted towards kind of giving like gist about business,
Yes.
challenges in business and all of that. Because we don't have enough of that. And so we just, I mean, if you build a society on just empty gossips, gossip that had no value, no lesson, then you are wondering why majority are jobless, no job being created, no entrepreneurship, business are not scaling. It's obvious,
It's huge. The thing is, for people like you
Yeah.
that a lot of younger ones will look up to.
Yeah.
It's a case of why I tell everyone to share their experience is that there's an experience that you will have had that is unique to somebody might have experienced something similar, but it's totally unique, and that your unique circumstance might speak exactly to someone else, and it will help them improve. I was reading something from someone, and he was dissecting the Nigerian entertainment industry,
Okay.
and he spoke to the fact that the largest following we have on the space do not contribute positively
Wow.
to the younger folks. And what it does is that in turn those people look to those guys as the model to follow. So you are building on
Thank you.
you have younger people that are saying, okay, if this person can go half naked
Yes.
and make 10 million naira, why this other person, I don't even know you, so I don't even know the lesson to even learn from you because you're not out there.
True.
Or there are not enough people that are out there to tell you that that value works.
Yeah.
Value in anything you do works. I was listening to Navarovica so you're saying 100 years ago,
Yeah.
people were not rewarded for uniqueness. You're not rewarded for your unique talent. So let's not even go 100 years. Say to this 2025, as at 2020, or as at 2000, that's 20 years ago, or as at
25 years ago.
Yeah, 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Or as at 1995, which is 30 years
30
ago.
years ago.
30 years ago, if you were working, if you told somebody that you wanted to sit in your house, cook and educate and teach people how to cook from your house, they'll look at you funny.
Yes, something's wrong.
Something is wrong. What's
Like,
go and get a job.
Get a job, study medicine or study law, study accounting.
Exactly.
Be like everybody else. Don't be unique.
So, but the modern day rewards uniqueness. So you can have a tribe of people. You don't even need to have 1 million. You can have 5,000 people that are core fans of knitting.
True.
Maybe you knit a unique style of colors together. You're wearing a red suit, for example, and someone knows how to make knitted red suits.
Yep.
And they make it out of maybe one particular material. It might not be, everybody in Nigeria might not connect to it, but you can get 100 people in Finland, 20 people in South Africa, 1,000 people in the US that are core fans of what you do. That becomes a unique advantage that you do have. And then in addition to that, you're adding to positivity.
True.
There's a creative endeavor to that. You can export your products and foreign income for us in Nigeria. You can grow and monetize social media platforms.
Absolutely.
You can coach and teach people a skill that is transferable, because it's transferable. So I teach you, you can teach someone else, and it grows.
Yeah.
But as opposed to people that have very little to offer us aside the popularity and the instant hit of dopamine. So,
and you're doing that, because being able to give a lot of insights about investments, about stocks, about what's going on with the economy, inflation, it's really, really powerful. And I hope young people, I can tell you, this is the kind of guy to follow, really, to be honest. This is the kind of guy. So let's start with the economy. Okay, but before then, what's your background story? Where are you from? How did you grow up?
Okay, background story. I think I don't even have shared this. First time on my So I was born in Niger State. I grew up in the north. So I'm always representing the northern style. Because that's where I grew up, and that's what I've known most of my life.
Okay.
I was born in Niger State, then grew up in Abuja.
Where in Niger State?
In where where was that? I was born then Suleja.
Suleja, okay.
Before it then we then moved down to Abuja.
Okay.
So I grew up in Abuja and did most of my background started off. I studied civil engineering.
Interesting.
Interesting. So I
Civil
studied
engineering that became a banker.
exactly. That's how my friends always say that. So I studied civil engineering. I decided to do that for 2 years. I didn't actually like being on site.
But what state are you from?
Enugu.
Enugu, okay.
Yes, Enugu State. I didn't actually like the fact that I was always on site. I felt like I liked the corporate life. I wanted to know what it felt like. AC,
signed document, suits, tie.
The people that I was seeing at Apapa, because we're building queue walls and apron decks at Apapa, the consulting company that I was working with, and then we did this road. I think they were working on that road from that mile 2. Mile 2 is the one close to Festac, right? Yeah, correct. Mile 2 is the one close to Festac.
I don't know that.
Yeah, that's the one close to Festac.
Okay.
So the Mile 2 road, they're working as Julius Vega. So we were the consultants on that project. I was the junior consultant in that. I used to walk how many kilometers, and I didn't need treadmill. I was fit. I was fit back then. So yeah, I did that for about 2 years, and then I think God just maybe wanted me to do a bit of banking, because I think I've always liked economics.
Yeah.
And things that pertain to that. And I got the opportunity to write. They said, oh, there's this bank that was employing people that were just fresh out of NYSC. Do you want to write? I'm not reading for this. I'll just go and write it. If I pass, I pass. That's not. And went, wrote, and things just kicked off from there. So a combination of growing up in the north, working in schooling down, because I schooled in the east, Federal University of Technology, Owerri, and then coming down to Lagos to work, and then moving to the south. I think it gave me like a broad view of what Nigeria really is in terms of people and culture.
Yeah.
So I don't associate myself with tribe. I don't associate myself with petty things like tribalism and all, because I realized that we actually have more in common than we are actually too homogeneous to fight each other in the country. We're actually too homogeneous to fight each other in Nigeria. And one of the greatest gifts we have is the diversity, the ability to think differently,
absolutely,
grow differently. Those are the things that add up, that bring us all together. I could name every institution in Nigeria and how it has worked. And it has never worked without the uniqueness of each tribe in the country.
True. Very true. Absolutely.
So I'm going to use the biggest model.
Yeah.
Which is, because you're in construction, and Dangote is the richest black man in the world. So Dangote produces cement.
Yep.
That is all he does. Now, from his downline, his majority of the Dangote, from the knowledge that I have, a lot of his I like to speak to my personal knowledge. So this is not a fact. This is not a fact. This is my personal opinion. So a large portion of the people that work around his team, a combination of people, but the Yoruba tribe has a large factor in where he locates his business. And there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
And in terms of how he structures his business, there's a reason for that. But his distributors are Igbos.
Wow.
His major distributors are Igbos, cut across different, states.
Yeah.
Now, when you go down to a large portion of his production in the north, they are made up of northerners. Now, there's a uniqueness in each of these that add up to make him who he is.
Absolutely.
So when people come out to fight, those are just unique advantages that people have. When people come out to bring in a lot of that
tribal sentiments,
I feel like it's a poor man's mentality.
I agree with you. If I was speaking at a conference yesterday, myself, Dr. Cosmos Maduka, and I was saying most of the richest people in Nigeria are Igbos, particularly in Lagos. Some of the richest people in Lagos are Igbos. And they have massive investment. And I said, one of them is Dr. Cosmos sitting here. Massive. People have no idea the amazing real estate asset Dr. Cosmos has here in Lagos. Huge. So it's really a poor man's conversation to say, oh, don't invest in the sector. Don't, because for people like this, they've done some of these investments 50 years ago, 40 years ago. They ain't going nowhere, right? So it's wisdom that we all, and that's why I tell people, anywhere in Nigeria, nobody can tell me that I cannot invest there or I cannot do business there. No. It's my country, because and why for me it's serious, because I've faced people stereotyping me. I'm in Dubai, I'm in Doha, I'm in UK, I'm in US. Then you mean I'll now come to my country again and then still face? No, it won't happen. That one we will really face it. So and I agree with you on that. This, we share that in common. We all need to know that there's more that binds us together than what divides us. Yes, there are challenges that we need to work on. There are issues that we need to work on. There are politicians who love to divide us for their own personal gains. And in reality, they don't mean most of it. And I know what I'm talking about. They don't mean most of it.
It's just a means to an end.
It's just a means to an end. You'll be shocked that a president in the country, that everybody has this perception that maybe he doesn't like certain ethnic group. You go close to him, you see that some of his closest allies are from the same ethnic group.
It's
people, it's just a means to an end. So
I agree with you.
Don't let them play. These are low game. And it's the fans that play those. It's just usually like a pawn. At the highest level, nobody cares. Look at Dangote. All his biggest friends are not even Northerners.
Exactly.
They're not Northerners.
So at least I know he's before now. Bless his soul. Herbert.
Yes.
So it used to be Herbert, Femi, and Dangote.
That's
three of them.
Yes.
And they are all cut across different parts of the world. What's their part of the country? What's their most common interest that they have is the value that they offer each other.
True.
Consistent value that they help each other build. And that's supposed to be the foundation of any other relationship you go into with anybody. You're I'm adding value to you. I'm adding value to even your children. True. So people that are even going to come up, they are happy that they can associate their name with you. You're very good friends with Dr. Cosmos, for example. Dr. Cosmos from the East. There is no comparison into no conversation comes up to that. It's just value.
Absolutely.
Value. So I'm very big on that. So value.
So Nigeria economy, where are we?
They've asked me, the doctors asked me the one that is in my place.
Yes.
Nigerian economy.
This is your heart. It's like your heartbeat now.
It's my heartbeat now. Like I always say, calm down. Let me explain. So the Nigerian economy is coming from a turbulent period, and there's generally a boom and bust cycle. Everything has a boom and bust cycle. The boom, things are doing so well, then all of a sudden some things happen, and then you struggle, and then you need to come up from the bust to climb the boom, and then eventually it's just the way life works. So if you check your life in general, whoever it is watching this, you notice it's time that out of nowhere things just seem like they're just one problem or the other, and then there are times when a lot of things just go well. We came in from the past administration. We started off with Good Luck, for example. With Good Luck, when we had oil prices that were doing well, we had like a great economic team, and we're growing at a rate that was comparable to Brazil, Indonesia, and we're quoted among the BRICS. Nigeria was supposed to be among the BRICS, the BRICS nations. That they had said that by 2030, they were positioning them to be top economies.
Wow.
Along came the last administration and the politics around it, from the president's ill health to the people around him to, all that and then some policies that did not align with investors.
Like,
So number one was his hard stand on foreign currency. So he had a hard stand on foreign
so you
currency.
think he should have floated the naira?
Yes, so I felt the person that had the best opportunity, not just floating in there, what was seen, which is what I don't try to tell when I talk to people. What we're seeing that the current president did or is doing was something that was inevitable. He either needed to do
That's
it.
true. We had no choice.
He had no choice.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, it fell to his lap. And in leadership,
So you think if Buhari had done it, it would be better?
yes.
But remember, Buhari played the politics of the masses. That will go against his core. His core was he was the
So
president
he only
for
just
the masses.
he only just pushed the cart forward, and that is what he did to Tinubu. God bless his soul.
Yeah.
He was at the point where anything he had said,
Yeah.
nobody had the goodwill. I don't in my lifetime, I don't think any president has had the goodwill that Buhari had.
And you're right. And you're
Yes.
right. You're right. If he had done it, he would have worked.
He would have
because
worked.
people believe, till today, people still believe he wasn't corrupt personally. Maybe the people
It's
around
just
him were corrupt.
exactly. So
Yeah.
whether he was
So
or
they
people
would have
just believe
given
that he
the
was.
benefit of the doubt.
So people that just whatever you are doing is in the benefit of the country. So if he had floated the naira, then when he came into power, the naira was around 150
Yeah.
to like 170. So when he was leaving, it was around 360, heading to 400.
Okay.
If he had floated as at that time, there would have been a balance. The naira would have found its balance around, say, 250 to 300. And then from there, trying to retrace. If he had taken out subsidy as at when he came in, or cut the subsidy to
But there was no Dangote refinery. Remember,
wasn't-
the goal was, let's try and get refinery. Maybe that then we help things.
No, but as at that time, we had a better exchange rate. So what the interplay of what happened during this administration was an interplay of exchange rate and the naira devaluation and then the fuel subsidy removal. It was too much. It was too much. And then thirdly, it came at still the last administration.
Yeah.
It came at the uphill of the past administration printing 23 trillion. So you had three things working against you.
That is.
You had inflation, which you had excess money, excess liquidity in the system that was not productive. So the liquidity in the system was not productive. For when you print that amount of money, you have pushed that money into banks, and all the people would do with that money is to go and either buy foreign currency.
Yeah.
So I have 1 billion naira now. I tell you today, give me dollar. You say dollar is 300. I say give me. I tell you it's 400. You say give me. I say it's 500. You say give me.
That's true.
I say it's
because
600.
I had enough naira anyway.
I say it's 600. I say give me. I say it's 1,000. You say give me. I say it's 1,500. You say give me. So at that price, the price keeps jumping.
Yeah.
So you had that excess liquidity, and all people do with that is that they try to reinvest it. And when they put that back into investments, so it now comes back to the banks. So it's not productive money. It's not going into production. It's not going into building. It's not going to building factories.
Yeah.
It's not going into building roads. It's just there rolling over at 15% of 10 billion naira. You know what it is at the end of the year. So that money was working in that regard. Then you had subsidy that was not lingering, and then we now had but coming to the point where they needed to take up subsidy due to so much irregularity.
Yeah.
We couldn't tell the exact amount that we were owing. People have found a way to, milk that sharp practices that they built over the years. So that was working, and then the exchange rate was deteriorating because we're not getting as much revenue our oil production dropped to a level as low as 750,000 barrels.
What is it now?
It's over we're over 1.5 million.
Wow.
We're heading towards 2 million now. It's over 1.5. Wow. So you can tell that whatever we have now was less than half was what the country was surviving on.
Wow.
Now, there were arguments on who was in charge of that, where the people that were profiting from that. The government must continue.
Yeah.
And for government to continue, government needs funds. It needs to pay salaries. It needs to build infrastructure.
So they kept borrowing.
So they had to borrow.
Domestically and foreign
current. So
yeah.
now all that had to be passed down to this administration. Anybody that was coming to take the job knew what they were signing up for.
Anybody watching this will think you're APC.
So they should know that, first of all, I speak to the data. When the current administration, there's so many policies that I felt. So, for example, when the president came out and said subsidy is gone on day of inauguration, that was one of the biggest mistakes he made in his whole administration. Yeah. Like, he came out.
Panic.
That it didn't just create panic. It created the domino effect of everything that we have. Like, everything just started stacking up against each other. And as that was stacking up, they needed to liberalize the exchange rates. And immediately they did that. That's the foundation of the problem that we have today. Could he have managed it better? Absolutely yes. I felt he was zealous to try to prove a point early, and that pushed him to that. So you say I tried to balance it, but the truth,
maybe now they believe you are rapist.
It doesn't matter who anyone doesn't believe that I am. It's just I try to speak to the data on ground, and if you follow the data on ground, we're still trying to recover from the trillions of naira that we printed. We're still trying to recover from the years of what the past administration didn't do.
In the next 1 year, do you think that this government will be in a place where people can say, yes, I will vote them for second term? Based on economy, I mean, we can leave other factors, but based on the economy, no.
So 4 years is too short for anybody to do anything. But 4 years is enough to give an indication of where you are going.
Okay.
Why I do not believe the current government has that view is that they came into power. They were not popular.
Okay.
So
and then they now made unpopular decisions.
And they made unpopular decisions.
Yeah.
And they didn't just stop at making unpopular decisions. They doubled down on it. So let me explain. So you should calm down, let me explain. So the current administration came in not popular in the sense, if you look at the numbers that they had, the three top candidates, they had literally shared the vote amongst themselves.
Absolutely.
So
they both were around 6 points something.
Yeah, so you will now say they were popular in their own regard among the people. The whole question of how that politics played out is left to the politicians. But you are coming into power, and then you took out subsidy that was needed to go. But you not create palliatives. Number one, for people that was going to cushion the effects for the populace.
Yeah.
It now became an afterthought after people had cried out. That was on one side.
Yeah.
Then the people around you have consistently not shown that the country is going through austerity measures.
I mean, you are speaking my language.
So you cannot beat a child and tell him not to cry. And then you are telling him, you have children in the house because the president is the father of the nation. So you have children in the house. You're telling them, today we are fasting. No ice cream. I know Junior, you like fried rice and spaghetti. I know you like yam and egg sauce. I know you like bread and tea. We're not going to be having that. You're going to be eating that once in 2 days we're going to be managing Gary now. You're going to be then the children say, oh no, daddy, we don't like rice, we don't like Gary, we don't like beans. Say no, you're going to be eating all what you like, you're going to be eating it once in. That is what is applicable. You can see that we're going through a tough time in the house. Then the child comes to your table and sees you with 7 plates of yam and egg sauce,
Yeah.
3 plates of tea and bread, and not just that you are eating it,
Yeah.
you are wasting it.
Mm.
The only feelings that the child is going to have is that you do not like me.
True.
Daddy is lying to us.
Yeah.
There is money, he just wants to punish us.
Punish us.
But that's supposed to be, you're supposed to send a message to the people that are, okay, we are going through austerity measures. I feel your pulse. That is why I'm cutting back.
Also cutting back.
You cannot ride 120, you cannot ride a motorcade of over 100 cars while you just increased fuel price to over 1,000. While fuel price was ranging around 1,100 as at that time, and you have over 100 cars following you, and people cannot afford to buy 10 liters.
Yeah.
So all they're going to see is a sense of these people, and then not just you as the person, because there's whole security that comes with being president and all. Then what happens when you eat?
Then your ministers, then those in the House of
aides,
Assembly,
all of them are acting in the same way.
Yeah.
They just feel like there is money, but you don't want to pass it on to us.
True.
So I feel like those unpopular decisions are some of the things that the economy is trying to work out at the moment.
And I think it will. I think the economy will pull through.
No, it's bound to.
Yeah, it's gonna pull through. I think. I mean, give it to the Minister of Finance, give it to CBN Governor, and if some other key guys that that they just are focused on just making the right moves. I think it's the politicians that are not helping, to give a bit of. Yeah.
So they work hand in hand.
Yeah.
So when I push the buck to some of the politicians that hold key positions, I say push it down to people like the Minister of Finance and the CBN and everybody that works the coordinator.
Tougher.
They are,
and tell the politicians we are not giving the money.
You can. Politics rules economy.
That's what I'm saying.
Politics.
That's why I'm just saying, look, give it to them. They're doing their best to do what they can, with the stuff, but you could see that they are trying. I mean, it's not easy. I mean, our real estate sector have gone through a lot. I wish we have enough time. We have 5 minutes to go. But I want to ask you on, if somebody has, let's say 10 million naira, where should they put the money?
If you have 10 million naira now as an individual watching this, I would tell you to diversify.
10 million, is it big enough to diversify?
Yeah, I would. So if that's your
break it down.
I'm going to break it down for you. So I'm going to tell you, first of all, the money market in Nigeria is dropping because the inflation rate is dropping.
Okay.
So you can only get as high as about 18%, or unless you're buying commercial papers from the likes of the blue chips.
Okay.
So get a commercial paper for about 4 million naira at say 20%.
Okay.
Take another 4 million naira and invest in specific stocks in Nigeria.
Like?
This is not a financial advice.
Not giving financial
I'm not giving you financial advice.
Yes.
But companies like Aradel, companies like MTN is currently trading around 490 something. MTN is going to still get to 1,000 naira. I could just tell you why.
400 or something?
400 or something. MTN is still going to get 1,000 naira. Aradel is trading around 500, and Aradel is going to get to 1,000 naira.
Who is Aradel? What company is that?
Aradel is an oil company. So they have it's an oil company. It's just like Seplat.
Okay.
So Aradel is still going to trade at 1,000.
Why do you say so?
Their books are fantastic.
Okay.
And they are one of the undervalued companies. Access Bank is trading around 20 something, but if you look at their books and what's the potential for growth they have, the likes of UBA is trading around 49 to 50 naira.
And Access is trading
26,
and
27. GT is around 90 something.
Really? GT is 90 something?
Yes, GT got to over 100 naira.
Could it be because of the death of Herbert? Or it's been like that?
If Herbert was alive
Yeah.
today, there is nothing in this world why Access Bank shares should not be 50 naira minimum. So I don't know what they have going on there, but it's still a fantastic company. Access Bank has the highest customer base in the banking industry.
Wow.
They have expansion plans that they've been pushing across Africa.
Yeah.
I think the death of Herbert slowed that down drastically. But they're still a fantastic business that can change like this overnight. So it's still a buy option. And these are companies that in 1 year you can do. So see what the insurance stocks. And then another thing is insurance. So I'm just going to speak to, I know we have very short time. I'm just going to speak to the new tax law is going to make contribution into buying health insurance, by paying premiums on insurance, and the new Insurance Act is going to make insurance companies a part of people. So for you to reclaim your part of your insurance, for you to reclaim part of your deductions from tax from next year for personal income, say you earn about 50 million, you need to have like an insurance plan. Before now, you had the 20% that was off. But from next year, you need to go into an activity. Either you contribute to national housing for your mortgage, or you're buying insurance or getting maybe life insurance, or you are contributing higher to your retirement account. And they've made insurance compulsory for a new sector, like they've made insurance compulsory for vehicles. It's now law where then for buildings and specific things that they've included insurance as law.
That's good.
So what you do to a lot of insurance companies that you expect to see, the top 5 insurance companies make a lot of gains from next year when people realize the advantage of taking over things like these premiums and all. So it boosts the premiums that they earn and translates to profitability.
That's good.
When you see a train, when you see people laying tracks, you know that a train is going to pass there someday. So take this, not a financial advice.
Well, we wish we can continue, but we have to go. Online banker.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, boss.
Maybe we'll invite you back again and we'll get to drive deep down. See you next week. Love you guys. Bye.